Hey guys, how's it going? So I recently published a video about the new bill that would ban assault weapons, quote unquote assault weapons, in Michigan. And here's another one for you. This is Michigan House Bill number 6546, and this would ban open carry. With some exceptions, however, I'm going to read it in 1 second here. It's very short, but very draconian and potent. It would probably ban carrying, keeping, and bearing arms on private property also, in many instances. And for those of you that are living in Michigan, you're probably not surprised with the recent elections and the Democrats taking control of the Michigan House and Senate for the upcoming session, as well as Governor Whitmer. I think you all knew it was about to hit the fan. And real quick, I read all the comments from my videos, and I appreciate all the encouragement from those of you from other states. Big shout out to the people that are trying to fight the good fight in Oregon. And I think a lot of you guys get it, that although Michigan might not be your state, every state that falls to tyranny and gun control weakens the whole United States of America and our right to keep and bear arms. Now, the first one had to do with keeping and bearing arms, obviously, that I just talked about with the assault weapons ban. This is attacking the bearing of arms. Why is it important to bear arms? Well, the Second Amendment doesn't just tell you the what, it tells you the why. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, the Michigan Constitution also has something to say about this. In Article 1, Section 6, it's very short, and it's just called the bearing of arms. Every person has a right to keep and bear arms for the defense of himself and the state. That's very important, and the state. I wonder if that's to protect Michigan from a tyrannical government. House Bill 6546, again introduced by Representative Pepper, Democrat from Dearborn, Michigan. It's short, it's potent, it's powerful, and I'm going to read it to you real quick. I love how they start these off, by the way. The people of the state of Michigan enact. I don't know anybody who enacts this. Do you know anybody in the state of Michigan who supports this? Let me know in the comments. Section 2C, this is going to be added to the legislation that already restricts guns in Michigan. Except as otherwise provided in subsection 2, an individual shall not openly carry a rifle or shotgun in this state. Then the subsection 1 does not apply to any of the following. So these are the exemptions. An individual engaged in target practice at a recognized target range. I don't know what the word recognized range would mean. It does not provide that in the definitions. Who knows? A peace officer carrying a firearm during the performance of the peace officer's duty. Of course they're going to exempt people with badges, government workers. They always do. Now this is the interesting one. Subsection C, I'm going to read it. And then I want you guys to think about it and chime in the comments. And make sure you're also chiming in to your state reps and senators, letting them know you oppose this bill, as well as the previous video I did on the assault weapons ban. An individual who is on property owned by that individual. Notice they use the word owned, not leased by or possessed by or lawfully on the premises. So it would ban open carry unless you're on a property that you own. How would that apply to people who, say, live with their folks or are roommates with somebody where you may lawfully live there and that may be your legal residence, but you don't technically own? Because owning of property, at least in the state of Michigan, goes through the Register of Deeds, and the property owner has a very specific meaning. What about people who rent a house? Would you not be allowed to carry the firearm openly from, I don't know, your shed out back to your house, to walk to the range on the back of your property? Would you even be allowed to shoot on a private range at all, unless you literally own the property? Because it says an individual is on property owned by that individual. And it also says previously it would have to be a recognized target range. This may prohibit you going to your buddy's house to shoot, or shooting on your property if you don't literally own it. You're just staying there, renting, visiting with relatives, whatever the case may be. It also exempts a member of the United States Armed Forces while carrying the firearm in the line of duty, so the government exempting itself yet again. Now look, they always have to appeal to the FUDs, and here's where they're doing that. Now don't mistake what I'm saying. All hunters are not FUDs. Definitely not. However, there are a certain group of people who believe the right to keep and bear arms only exists for hunting, even though the Michigan Constitution and the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution say otherwise. It's also going to exempt an individual who's hunting. And it would also exempt an individual carrying a firearm on the premises of either of the following: a gun show, a federally licensed firearms dealer, and that's it. An individual who violates this section is guilty of the following. For the first offense, a misdemeanor punishable by imprisonment for not more than 1 year, or a fine of not more than $1,000, or both. Here's the second offense. You knew you'd hear the word felony. Here it is. For a second or subsequent offense, a felony punishable by imprisonment of not more than 5 years. And they go on to define what an FFL is, and what a gun show is, and what a rifle and a shotgun are. I'm going to leave a link to this bill down in the pinned comment, as well as the description, as well as links where you can contact your state of Michigan rep and senator. And I'm going to keep my nose to the ground on all this. The Democrats in the upcoming session here, in a couple weeks from now, have taken control of the Michigan legislature, and we obviously know where Governor Whitmer stands on guns. I will have more videos as this stuff progresses. I need you all to be contacting these people because they work for you. These are supposed to be servants, public servants. So let them know this is what it means to have a republic. The people have to either consent, which if you do nothing, you consent, or oppose. If you guys want more content that I can't show here on YouTube because of all the restrictions, also check out that pinned comment for a link to my locals community, where I post awesome deals and I do weekly live streams where I touch guns and other exclusive content that you won't see here. I look forward to reading your comments. Alright guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.